Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Today we are on to lesson 15.1. This lesson is going to take 2 days. We'll do this today and then the next day we'll finish it up. So we're going to do the first half here. Our objective for today is to construct and interpret two-way frequency tables. By the way, sorry if you see me look off to the side a little bit. Every now and then I'm watching the NFL draft while I'm recording this, so I just want to make sure I'm checking to see if my team's doing anything important. So just bear with me if I get distracted for a second. So, all right. So we are going to go through this explore activity. Today we are making a two-way table. Okay. Says the frequency, and again, I would probably write down in your notes these highlighted vocabulary words. The frequency is the number of times an event occurs. A two-way table shows the frequencies of data that is categorized two ways, right? So you're going to have one piece of data being compared with another piece of data. Okay. The rows indicate one categorization, and the columns indicate another. Okay, a poll of 120 town residents found that 40% own a bike. Of those who own a bike, 75% shop at the farmer's market. Of those who do not own a bike, 25% shop at the farmer's market. All right, now, all this might sound, kind of confusing because our goal here is to fill out this two-way table right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of walk you through how we could fill this out to kind of visually represent this data. Okay, so first thing is that start in the bottom right cell of the table. That's this cell right here. It says enter the total number of people polled. So it does say up here in the problem, it says a poll of 120 town residents. Okay, so the total number of people polled is 120 people. We can go ahead and put that in right there. Okay, so a poll of those residents said that 40% of them own a bike. So we want to look at the row that says bike, okay, and it says 40% of them own the bike, okay? So right here it says 40% of 120 people own a bike, and then the remaining people polled, obviously they don't own a bike. So we are going to need to use our calculator here to figure out what 40% of 120 is. Now some of you can probably do that in your head, right? You can probably see that 10% of 120 is 12. And then 40% is just 10% times 4, right? So 12 times 4, we can see, is 48. But if you can't do that in your head, you can just take that and plug it in your calculator. Take 120 and then multiply it times 0.40, and we get 48. So we're going to come back over here and plug 48 into the total number of people that have a bike from this poll. Okay. Then it says, of those who own a bike, so we're still looking at the people that own a bike, 75% of them shop at the farmer's market. So this is what we're comparing here. We're comparing the people that shop at the farmer's market and don't shop at the farmer's market. And we're comparing the people that do or don't shop at the farmer's market with those people that do or do not have a bike. Okay. So it says, of those who own a bike. So basically we're just looking at this row right here. 75% of those people shop at the farmer's market. Okay, so there's 48 people that own a bike here. We want 75% of those people. So again, we're going to come over here to our calculator, and we're going to take 48 times, and it's 75%, so we're going to put in 0.75. And we see we get 36. So we're coming back over here. It says 75% of them shop at the farmer's market. So we're going to put 30, what did I say it was? 36 right here, shopping at the farmer's market. Okay. Then it says, of those who do not own a bike, 25% shop at the farmer's market. Okay, so if 48 people own a bike of those 120 people, how many of them don't own a bike? Well, to figure that out, we're just going to take 120, that's the total number of people that they polled, and subtract 48. And we get 72. So of these people, 72 people do not own a bike. Okay. So then it says 25% of those who do not own a bike. So of these 72 people, 25% shop at the farmer's market. So we're going to take this 72 and multiply it times 0.25, and we get 18. So 18 people shop at the farmer's market of the people that don't have a bike. Okay. Now, with this is all the information it gives us in this problem. So with this information, now we can kind of complete the stuff that's missing, right? So to figure out how many people, right here, how many people that have a bike but don't shop at the farmer's market, we want this amount, the total number of people that own a bike, and subtract 36, right? We want 48 minus 36 to see how much is left. And that's 12 people. So we can go ahead and plug 12 in right there. Okay, now we've got people that don't have a bike. Okay, there's 72 people with no bikes. 18 of those people shop at the farmer's market. So we're going to subtract this to figure out how many people don't shop at the farmer's market of the people that don't own a bike. Okay, so we're going to borrow here. This becomes 4, and we got 54 people. We're going to plug that in right there. Okay, now where it says totals, we're just going to add up these two numbers right here. So 36 plus 18. 36 plus 18. That is 1454 total people. And then we want the total here that don't go to the farmer's market, which is 12 plus 54, and we get 66. Okay, and we have just now completed our frequency table. Okay, now one way that we can check our work to make sure that this is all correct is, so the total number of people is 120. These two numbers, these two totals added up should equal 120, and also these two numbers added up should equal 120. Okay, so let me kind of clear some space on my screen here. I'm going to erase all of this. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to add these two together. So 48 plus 72, that's 10. 7 plus 4 is 11. We got 120, so that's good. Now let's check these two numbers. So 54 plus 66. Okay, this gives me 10, 11, and the 12, 120 as well. All right, so we've checked. Both numbers do add up to what we were wanting in 120. Okay, so this kind of just gives a comparison for people who do or don't own a bike, and if they do or don't shop at the farmer's market. Okay, just a way of visually seeing a breakdown of it. Okay. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and I want you to fill this out on your own. Okay, so it says in a survey of 50 students, 60% said they have a cat. Of the students who have a cat, 70% also have a dog. Of the students who do not have a cat, 75% have a dog. It says complete the two-way table. So see if you can fill this in on your own. Okay, so it does say in a survey of 50 students. So I'll get you started here. There's a total number of 50 students being surveyed. We can go ahead and put that in right here. From there, see if you can kind of dissect the rest of this problem to see if you can fill in the rest of this table. Pause the video and see what you get. All right, so hopefully you took the time to fill this out. Now I'm going to go through it with you to see how you did. So part A says, enter the total number of students surveyed in the bottom right cell of the table. We did that already, that's 50. Part B says, fill in the right column. Okay, so let's kind of dissect this. Here, 60% said that they have a cat. So we want 60% of 50. So I'm going to come over here to my calculator. I'm going to take 50 times 0.6, and that's 30. Okay, so 30 people have a cat. Okay. Now, if 30 people said they have a cat, that means 20 people do not have a cat. Excuse me. Now, it says of the students who have a cat, so we're looking at the students here that have a cat. We're just looking at this row right here. It says of the students who do not have a cat, 70% have a dog. So we want 70% or 75% of 30. So we're going to come over here and do 30 times 0.75. And that's 22.5. Okay, so 22.5. So 22 did I do that right? No, I did not. Okay, I put the wrong. I was like, wow, how can we have 22 and a half students? Yeah, okay, I made a mistake. All right, let me erase this. I put 75%. It should actually be 70%. Yeah, 70%. So that's going to be 21. Okay. 21. Some of you probably noticed that I made that mistake and you're like yelling at your screens like, oh, Mr. Yoder, why are you so dumb? I caught it. Okay, relax, chill. All right, so since there's 21 students, or 21 students that have a cat also have a dog, that means that 9 of those students with a cat don't have a dog, because 21 plus 9 is 30. Okay. Then, so we did this. It says of the students who do not have a dog or have a cat. Okay, so now we're looking at no cat. The students that don't have a cat, it says 75% have a dog. So we want 75% of 20. So we're going to take 20 times 0.75 and we get 15. Okay, so of the students that 75% have a dog, so we want 15 right here. Okay, of the people with no cat, 15 have a dog. Okay, and then these two columns have to add up, so that means that we're left with 5 people have no cat and no dog. Okay, so then the last thing we need to do then, we need to add these two, 21 plus 15. We want the total number. This is going to give us the total number of people with a dog. So 21 plus 15 is 36. And then we can add these two to get the total number of people without a dog. 9 plus 5 is 14. Okay. Then we know 30 plus 20 is 50. That's good. And 36 plus 14 is 50. That's also good. Okay. So this is how you make a two-way frequency table. We're going to stop there. Your assignment for today is on Edulastic. Go ahead and you can work on that. It'll be due on Monday. If you guys have any questions over that, feel free to shoot me an email and let me know. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys later. Bye.